Alright, well that's not great. Let's see some of the flash. I think, yeah, I think Tataro was only fighting one guy. We'll see though. Either that or we just got super unlucky. Wow, we killed. The Tetric's not even there anymore. Ooh. So, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, that's tragic. That is tragic. Read into it pretty well. Got that team, that's for sure. Does, but they're doing a good job. Multiple people. Oh, I think the count. Maybe. Did I even hurt this guy? Oh, I killed almost all of his crew. But not enough. Not the important people. Surprising, I guess. I didn't want to wait though, because like, no one saw that. No, he didn't, but he does now. Okay, good. Nice, nice. Alright, well at least we've gotten more. Obviously very good for him. Spotted. Are they trying their full flank? It's kind of coming back. Okay. Oof. Yeah, they just played that really well. I guess, I don't know if they had actual information or they just got kind of, like they just decided to do the plan, but yeah. Like baiting, hay out, and then having the entire force wait for us is a good idea. Now, to be fair, I should have won that fight. Like I mean, most of the time, most other tanks and just in general, I think most of the time I would have won that fight actually, even against the same guy with the same gun. Man. Oh man. They're in a fairly odd position for scouts. I mean, really. If he plays too aggressively, which I don't actually think is a bad thing, if he plays it aggressively and correctly, he'll be perfectly fine. Get another 1v1 for free. And it was a pretty good chance though. Doing a very good job of going back and forth, back and forth. I love this. Very good. This guy's trying. Oh, perfect. He's gonna catch out the flanker. Yeah. The guy's trying to refrag won't get him, and he might catch the flanker. He might not. Oh, we'll see. Might not catch him. We'll see. I don't know how, like, directly towards him. Oh, he sees him. Wow. Oh, no, he doesn't, but the enemy sees him. Oh. That's not great. I don't know if he can hear the other people. He can't. Honestly, the guy quite potentially doesn't actually have the right angle to cover, so this is probably not a bad idea. Well, that's not amazing. That's unlucky. Yeah, that guy's AP looked fun. Oh. Get away with it. I'll take the shot. Oh. Nice try, man. You did a really good job being. Yeah, you did a really good job being nice and wily.
Yeah, good.
I was like, I'll just go over here, and I'll go back over here, and then I did kill the Tetrarch.
Yeah. No, it's fun. I mean, you did what you could. Yeah, it looks like they read us like a book. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't know if you'd noticed, Tay, but yeah, they were not pushing you at all. The one guy that was near you, by the time I was able to get there in the replay, wasn't even with you anymore.
Yeah, I swear there was someone over there, then he was gone. Yeah.
Yeah, they did it. I don't know if they did it on purpose or not, but yeah, they just completely baited the hell out of us. They had one guy shooting you, and the rest of the team was all of them were looking at us.
Yeah.
I mean, I should have at least been able to kill the Hoey. I killed like everyone, but I just couldn't kill his gunner for some reason. Everyone else was dying, but I couldn't get that guy.
So that's it, right? They won 2.
Yeah. Mhm. That's unlucky.
They have numbers.
Yeah. I was expecting worse, but that's
they have numbers. So
no, we did a pretty good job.
Yeah,
I could have gotten 3 kills. I was like, okay, I hear the Tetrarch and the Stewart's over there, but the Stewart didn't poke again. So I was like, okay, that's lucky. And then the other Stewart came, and I was like, okay, no, now I'm screwed.
Yeah, so we need to remaster them. Like
they didn't see me. The Hoey didn't see me. I was like, oh, he still thinks I'm over there.
Yeah. Indeed. That was a very good. Like I was saying, I mean, the first one might have been more luck, but like coming around the Hoey, you didn't even need to know where he was. Like it just kind of made sense for them to be doing that. So it was a good idea, like constantly changing directions. You almost, if the Tetrarch didn't cross, the Crusader that I think was the guy closest to you, but didn't actually kill you. Or not the Stewart. Like that guy. I don't think he knew you were. I don't think he knew you were there, but he just ended up taking the more lucky path towards you.
Yeah, I was the Stewart was shooting at me. Yeah, the Stewart was shooting at me, and then the Tetrarch didn't notice where I was because the Stewart told him where he was, and then I wasn't there when he was like when the Stewart made contact. I just went around the rock.
I think I'm not gonna go in the open. It's my fault actually because I think they're in the area, like there in the near spawn. I mean in the cap. So.
You just said no words, but yeah.
Wait, I did follows Tetris. Yeah.
Ping.
So yeah, thing yeah. So basically they are in the gap, so that's why I'm rushing in the hill. So I saw a M5A1, so and the Hoey followed after. So yeah. Jeez, right, that's so bad.
Yeah, so maybe we either need to try and again, I'm not entirely sure how information based that was, but
we also
it was pretty close. It was pretty close to working though. Like I don't know who you were fighting, but we almost had like a really nice, like both of us engage. You know, I think you were engaging the Hoey as well. Almost had like the perfect timing of like all of our flankers engaging them. Like sure, they're holding an angle. It still almost worked perfectly for us. So it's not like the strategy doesn't work, even if they know. Like it still can go decently. But
yeah, I think
it's just going to be more difficult, I guess, going forward.
I think if I still fucking thought that Tetrarch was over there. I was like, is he still over there? I have no idea because they were shooting over by his corpse, and I was like, why are they shooting over there? Do they think I'm over there?
I mean, they did do the same like ours. They put the fastest tank on the point and in the cap. So and they're going like in the I kind of read their minds like if they we did.
I mean, they clearly read ours though. Or at least they planned for the correct thing.
We read their non-existent mind, and then they read us reading their minds.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they cracked our code, I guess.
Well,
So when is the next match? I'm kind of looking forward to this.
I'm gonna head off because I gotta go do some work.
Yeah.
See,
By the way,
thanks for
Black
joining.
Tea. Yeah, thank you.
You did a
By the
great
way,
job.
Black,
Yeah.
By the way, Black Tea. We need a couple matches of this. Yeah, because we are kind of upgrading the Valentine one to Archer and yeah.
Yeah. I know why you want Crusaders, but I'm really adamant we start. I don't think we should ever buy more Crusaders. Again, they have a big issue. They don't upgrade to anything, so they're very slow. I mean, you're gonna have to eventually sell them, anyways. So I think we should either start looking into Cromwell 5s and just having a slightly different playstyle. You know, they don't have stabs, but whatever. Or we should start trying to look into.
Because all stars have like 3.3, so however.
It might be. I mean, it's probably best to just skip right over 3.3. One thing I was thinking of is I need to check how much money it would be to do this. Because I didn't notice the Sherman 2. The Sherman 2 upgrades to everything in the Saunders line.
Oh, really? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So the Sherman 2s can go towards like M4A1, so we don't actually need to wait for. If we wanted M4A1, for example, or like an M10 or something like that,
the Shermans
we don't need to wait for stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Sherman 2 we have is a little bit. It's over BR'd. It's like a 3.3 one that just has APDS, so it's.
Yeah. So it's
APCR.
APCR, so it's 3.7.
And it doesn't even work.
It's the M4A1. Yeah, and who uses APCR on the Sherman?
Yeah, even if it was okay, it's like specifically that one APCR round is not very good. Which kind of sucks. Let me.
3-inch gun. Get it? That would be
so actually. Oh, we can upgrade to M4A4s, the American ones. I assume?
A4s. So we can't upgrade to like an A2 or a regular Sherman.
Oh no, yeah, we can upgrade to all of them. Yes, we can do A4s. Four A4s go to Sherman VCs, right? So if we wanted a Sherman VC, we could do that.
But which A4?
No, it's any of them. So
yeah.
Chinese,
I figured.
American,
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Which one do we want to
take
take out?
We can do the basic M4 line, which either is interchangeable with the 76 or goes to the jumbo line, and then we have, we can get to the M4A1. So we could buy a Sherman and immediately upgrade it into a 4A1, or immediately upgrade it into a 4A4. Let me check what
does
that
anything upgrade in the Fireflies? The Achilles?
Yeah. No. No. Yeah. So the Achilles also is in this lineup as well, by the way. So Achilles could be the other option we buy. I'm not entirely sure which is cheaper, but yeah.
17-pounder.
Yeah, it takes it takes a bit, but it upgrades to it.
What about our Panzer IV? Are we gonna upgrade that anytime soon?
Yeah, we're probably gonna do that to a 4G. That might be something we do sooner rather than later, but I'm not sure.
Oh, the fucking 4G's down to 3.3. I didn't notice that.
It's not in GUP though, luckily. But yeah, kind of disgusting. It's nice though, because that thing will eat 40 millimeters and 37s pretty well. Not amazingly, but pretty well.
Ew, the H and the J are the 3.7 as well. What is guys doing to Germany?
Yeah, making them as easy as possible to play, pretty much. Oof, yeah. I mean, a 4G seems like an okay idea, because it's got some pretty decent hull armor, and at least it's slightly more likely to survive now than the E.
I mean, the E was pretty survivable. You saw me in that match. I was bouncing a bunch of shells.
Yeah, that's true.
Not due to any of my own...
with a better...
gun.
With a better pen. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't think I was struggling too... Well, no, the explosive filler. I wasn't struggling the pen, but the explosive filler would have been nice. Yeah. I should have loaded some... I should have loaded APHE. That would have been a... Well, the M4A1 was... Or the M5A1 was still left, so...
Dude, the add-on armor beats the best Stuart round at, 0 meters. They just can't pen your front hull. Like, they have to aim more for weak points, like, near the hatch. Yeah, or the turret, obviously, but, Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. I think that one also should be too expensive, so that's another option instead of trying to go for something else. Or upgrading our BT5. That's actually... Ooh, should we do that instead?
BT5
should we upgrade into the BT5 F32? I mean, not a lot of people have it.
Sure.
but it's low BR, so it wouldn't be as crazy high BR, and it probably isn't too expensive.
I mean, sure, it's fine. I'm gonna go with it.
Wait. I was spacing out. What did you guys mention? The BT something?
The BT, what was it called? BT.
F,
It's the BT7 F32, the one with the 76.
Oh, that one. Okay, that thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's only 100, so because it's upgraded, it'll be not too expensive.
Do you have one?
That will be a tank that exists.
Yeah. So it'd be 76k to get one of those eventually if we want to plan for that. Let me see how much it'll be to...
JSF.
Yeah.
Archer. Valentine one, because we don't need Valentine.
Yeah, yeah. Indeed.
I mean, it'd be nice to have it, that lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I guess we're just gonna keep on like playing higher BR and higher BR and not try and...
I mean, yeah, as you can see, obviously, like as a perfect example, All Stars and Kuro both are trying to be more 3, trying to get to at least 3.7. Where is the Sherman 2 not an R line? Guess not. Okay, Achilles is 170. Wow. Oh, also by the way, Achilles is 3.7 in this. The Archer's 3.0 and the Achilles is 3.7 in this. Server,
okay.
Whatever the word is. Yeah. If
is
it's
it
brackets,
simulator? Is it simulator rankings or is it?
No, they're specific
they're
by
different.
themselves. Yeah.
Okay.
So like if it'll show in brackets like the actual technical what's it called? The rating of the vehicle in game, but that's all that means. It doesn't actually mean it's potentially that BR.
I'm assuming the rewards you get for higher BR matches are greater than the lower ones.
Yes.
Yeah, higher. Yeah, that's why people want higher tiers because it gives them more.
So basically, in your server in Simshido, it's yeah, it's kind of how can I say this?
More basic.
Basic, yeah, because in our calculations, it's kind of complicated.
Yeah, I can see that.
162 for a Sherman. That's kind of the Sherman 2 we have is 162, which is kind of annoying. If we upgrade that to a 4A4, how much would that be? I'm assuming that actually wouldn't be very much money though.
Churchill 7 when?
Yes. So it'll probably end up being around 200-ish or so to get the Sherman to get a 4A4 Sherman. We'll just have to do it by a slightly weird method.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Oh, it's $0. Oh, okay.
What?
Darge.
Mm-hmm.
When we buy a Sherman 2, it costs absolutely nothing to have it changed into a French or Chinese 4A4. Just saying. Yeah, so it's just, if you want, we can save 162 for that after the Archer. I mean, personally, I recommend doing that before getting Croms, just because it's a little bit more capable of, like, it's not something that requires, it's not going to be fast. I guess is the best way of putting it.
I personally prefer the M4A1s Shermans, but I guess that's just me, but,
True. Well, one of the reasons I wanted the 4A4s specifically is because the Chinese version of it, they have a really good one. Like a really... Yeah. Also,
wait,
are all
it's
the 4A4s...
different somehow? Is it different somehow from the other one?
Yeah. There's got a premium one that has a better turret and a 50 cal on it, whereas most of the 4A4s that are external or exports don't have them. I think going to we can go to an M1 as or an F a 4A1 as well. That would technically make us money. That would technically be a downgrade. But yeah, we can do that as well.
Yeah, we could do that.
Well, we need 162, and then we would get like we would get like 20k back if we did that.
Yeah,
that's another option.
If we ever need money, that would be a good option because they're basically the same thing.
Well, I think you still would technically need 162 first, but yeah, you'd have to talk to them. If you want, let me double check or something. I don't know. Like I'm assuming. I don't think I'm misunderstanding the rules. It'd be kind of wacky.
I pulled a talisman on my M4 Sherman a while ago.
Yeah, that's another option. We can just transfer it immediately to an American M4 variant, which is obviously just straight up better than ours. So there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
At the very least, we should do that. Yeah. So we can trade it to an M4A4. The A1 is nice because it's lower BR, but
I don't know why you like the A4.
Because it has a better hull.
Does it really have a better hull?
I mean, that's it. That's obviously the only reason. It's just a better hull, and we wouldn't be like. It's like it's if we were downgrading it, quote unquote. I mean, it is technically. it's not as important. We could do the 4A1, and then we can just spend the 20k back and turn it back into a 4A4 when we want it later, if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the M4 from America would probably be a better Sherman. I don't know. Which one do you like better, the A2 or not the A2, the A1 or the regular M4? I guess the M4 is slightly better.
Yeah, the regular M4 is technically just a better tank, but
yeah, especially because the A4 variants have that different engine, right? Right.
Damn, I'm the only one left. Interesting.
yeah.
I need to go back to the hangar.
I believe
Shit,
so.
they're checking at me.
Let me double check.
Oh shit, sorry, I'm playing jets.
Yeah, they have the 4A4s have a 425 engine. Yeah, so I mean, preferably though, you want the quote-unquote better one. Like their hull's not the. No, actually, no, it is identical hull. Yeah, so it's just like you just get a better. I guess it's not the radial, whatever it's called. Double check, make sure this one isn't as well.
If we upgrade it to M4A2, it's kind of based.
Does the M4 for the? Yeah, it does have that diesel engine that looks like the fucking Firefly engine with 5 car engines sewn together.
Yeah. Well, the thing with the 4A2 is the 4A2 is kind of expensive. I mean, it's not. It's probably worth it, but yeah. Like the Chinese 4A4, the base one without a 50 cal, has more engine power than all of those, though. That's the thing.
Oh,
only by a little bit, but yeah.
Just fair. Not enough to make a significant difference, but enough to be nice.
Yeah. Oddly enough, the one with a 50 cal, the premium, actually has a worse engine, even though it's the exact same model.
What about?
I'm not sure what's up with that.
What about the M4 hybrid from Italy?
No, that's actually worth looking at though, because not as many people have it, but yeah.
Yeah. Just a.
I mean, I have it obviously, so I could use it.
Why are those tracks?
So yeah, it has the Firefly hull, which I think makes it slower.
I need to fight.
Yeah, it has a radial. It has a radial. Yeah, it has a radial, but it's it's got the Firefly front. It's not an extended back. So theoretically, I guess you could say it's like better, but also worse armor. You know what I mean?
I prefer the mobility it gets out of the armor, but you know.
Yeah, only by a little bit, but yeah, it's there.
To run. Now we can see the Tehran now.
Can you upgrade like the French M4A4 into anything, or?
Yeah, like we can get the 4A4 Bissau or whatever if you want.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not that I want. I'm just wondering, like all the options. So basically, the Sherman unlocks everything. Basically,
I don't know if we can get the premium one. That we probably can't. That one would kind of be stupid. The autoloader one, I don't think you can get.
The Tehran is so good, not gonna lie.
I didn't even see that one.
Yeah, I mean, well, but the thing is, the Tron's 2, there's no point in it anymore. Where's the FL10? Yeah, luckily I don't think that one's allowed. That would be pretty. That would be a really good tank. That would be a little bit based if they allowed that. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, maybe it's in the different. Oh, it might be in the other tech tree though.
Can't get any Russian tanks though, unfortunately, with the Shermans. Well, there is that Russian Sherman. There is that. It's an M4A2, I believe.
Yeah, they have a premium like 75 version, I think. Do they have any others? No, that's just that one.
No, they have a premium 76 as well.
76, yeah, they don't have a 75, right? I think that's they only have a long 76, yeah.
It is the Germans. The Germans is the one that has the M4A2 75.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow, they said
Sherman in every tree.
Yeah, what's
literally up? Besides Sweden, they don't have a Sherman.
Yeah. We can also use the French 4A1. I didn't know they had a 4A1.
Fucking Tehran.
Yes, they do. They have a 4A1 and an A4.
Jesus Christ, the Tehran is so good. I mean, the velocity of the gun.
What?
The 4A1 also has more depression, which is actually really pog.
Plus I mean...
What do you mean the velocity of the gun?
It's 400. It's 400.
What gun are you talking about?
The Tehran 2 gun. The 75.
I mean, like yeah,
it's
technically better.
It's better
by
than
50 meters per second. It's got less pen, but more explosive mass. Here's the thing though, it's slower, and like yeah, technically its armor's better, but like.
No, come on, the reverse is so good.
reverse
I
is
mean,
good on the
I mean, the
blood,
reverse
sure.
is pretty pog. Yeah.
Well,
Okay, how
it's
about
nothing
this? How about
crazy,
this,
but
right?
it's better than British reverse speed.
Yeah, it's probably worth getting, to be fair, but like, you know, especially since like if someone, it's a tank hopefully other people can use because it's like this current battle pass and it's not crazy hard to reach.
If we get like the one of
Because
like
I'm presumably I'm not gonna be the one in it.
the M4A4s or the M4A1s that can be interchanged with like if someone doesn't have like the Chinese M4A4, it can be interchanged with like the French M4A4. I'm assuming.
yes,
Yes.
it is.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is. And the M4A4s. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Even
and the
though
M4A1s, I'm assuming like the French and
the
the
Chinese
Yep.
one is better because of the 50 cals.
yeah, that one too.
Well, no, actually, I'm not 100% sure. The 4A4 that I was telling you about, that one, it says it has a slower it says it has a worse engine.
Huh. Interesting.
Is it
That's why
actually
it's.
reflected on the stat card? It doesn't reflect it on the card though.
I mean, that's why the rest of the M4A4 Shermans in the other three are rank 3.
Yeah. Well, it's not a massive difference in engine power, but yeah.
And then
What the
the
fuck
Japanese
is-
guys that has an 76 A3. Sherman
Yeah.
in every dream.
Come on, it's kind of shit for me. I'm into 76 A3.
Can we upgrade
There
it
we
to
go.
into a super Sherman?
Into a jumbo, or what do you mean?
No, a super Sherman in the Israeli tree.
Oh, eventually you probably can, yeah.
Oh my god, that would be
Yeah,
cursed.
we have like a deb right now. So we have the Valentine. I mean, sorry.
Archer?
The Archer, yeah.
Nice. Who wait, isn't it who likes the Archer? I forget. Someone
Rimuru.
said they. Raymer, yeah.
I mean, everyone should like the Archer. What do you mean?
I like the Archer.
Yeah.
I have it spaded, so
Mm-hmm.
Mine
That's
is
true.
I don't like the Valentines that much.
Yeah, they're nice, but I don't know
I
if
like
they've
the
served us very
Valentines.
well.
I actually like the one with the 6-pounder and the stabilizer on it.
But
Yeah. No, it doesn't have. There's no valve with a stabilizer.
Wait, does that? I swear I have it stabilized before.
No, I don't think
Maybe I
so.
haven't played in a while.
I'm gonna ping Raymond.
The 16 pounder? No, it doesn't have one. It does sadly not.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. That's one advantage. I think the Churchills are the ones with the stabs. Also, Churchills have slightly better, I guess, 15, whatever. They have slightly better guns for some reason. The Churchill 3, I mean.
The 6-pounder on that thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sexy.
What Churchill are we gonna get?
I don't know. I mean, personally, as much as I love the idea of them, like, I've used, like, the basic 75, like, they're actually not very hard to kill, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to play it. You have to play it really well to not get killed. Or you could just
Like-
take it into like it'd be nice to have if we played like America or something. And if they don't have any,
for
well,
sure.
yeah,
No,
No, we are
against
in
against
we are
America,
in
it'll
the
work really
right
well.
yeah.
We are in debt right now.
We were doing what?
In
We're in
debt.
debt? Oh,
Yeah.
crazy.
We
Very
can buy
nice.
another Crusader 3, so yeah, to fulfill 2 Crusader
How many do we
3.
have right now? Have we bought
Hmm?
all? Have we bought the 2 we need or not yet? Because listen, I'm just saying, instead of buying a Crusader 3, just get 142, which is only a little bit more, and we can have a 4A1. You know what I mean? Just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ugh.
What is
does
does
he-
the Archer upgrade into the Achilles? I'm assuming.
I hope so. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't, though. Let's see. No. It
Doesn't? Oh.
But that's fine, because in all reality, like, it's actually a pretty okay tank to bring at higher BRs, so...
Archer.
In the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's not amazing, but
And
like,
it's a
still...
meme.
Yeah.
That's the most important part. kill someone with the archer.
I mean, it's a 3.0 tank, so it's pretty low BR, which is kind of nice. And it's
Hmm.
at least a little bit easier to hide than the Achilles. Nothing else. And it has a faster reload than the Achilles, which is pretty pog.
Oh yeah, that reload there is quick.
Yeah, kind of dumb. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna go
Same.
soonish.
I mean, yeah, we discussed the thing. Oh, by the way, after this week, I mean, after the tournament, I'm gonna make you a commander of Black Team. I'm gonna take a rest. Like, I'm gonna be
Oh,
back in
no.
June.
Oh,
That's not good.
I'll still be here. I'll exist.
Yeah, I mean, it won't be good because I might have a lot of work to do.
I can
Yeah.
organize matches. That's something I can do. Well, not organize.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I can like get people to matches and figure out what people are doing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Go get like
We'll see.
4
Might
matches
be
a
fine.
week.
It might be fine.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
What
I
is
mean,
our
we
name?
got Simcha though.
Yeah. Oh, we only have one
Anyway.
Crusader 3 right now? That's tragic.
Yeah, we want one more.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm perfectly content not getting another one and just changing the game you have a problem
Because
right now.
I have much like we need 1.3 more.
We need
I
one.
mean,
Yeah.
I need a Crusader so we can beat the
Beat the who?
T34.
Yeah, but like other tanks are better at that, even more so.
We have the Archer though.
It's only a little
fine.
bit more to get, like, for example, a Cromwell or something like that.
Mm.
And at least those actually upgrade into other stuff. Like, you'll just have to sell them eventually. I don't know.
I mean, sure, we can delay or we can.
But no, I don't think you don't need Crusaders. Like, you may as well just get the Cromwells because they're faster and they're
All right.
better
Also-
armored, and they actually upgrade into, like, if you have a lot of Cromwells, you can start slowly upgrading them into like challengers and stuff.
We got. Oh, well, you guys can know these better matches. 19 UTC. What time is that? Can I attend that match?
2 for me. I don't know what it is for you.
They're gonna be 2 for me then. Shit. What's Thursday? Oh, I'll be getting right out of chemistry at 2, so I'll have to run
yeah.
here. Hmm.
Pretty much.
So let's go with the Cromwell, I guess.
I think you should just save up to get a. I don't know if you want to get a Cromwell 1 or a Cromwell 5, but like either way.
Let's go with the
They're
Cromwell
not-
5 or Cromwell 1.
The Cromwell 5 is
Cromwell
cheaper,
1
obviously.
is kind of cheap, yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I would go with the Cromwell 1.
Yeah, Cromwell
may as
1.
well.
Yeah.
Not much. I mean, it's like not bad, but like the Cromwell 5s are better when they're like cheap.
If we have like a
And it's only
Economic-
180 to upgrade the Cromwell 1 to a Challenger eventually. It's not even that bad.
always we have like economics like from Sim Shadow.
Yeah.
It's very basic, so we can afford like many tanks as we should.
They want you to grind just like War Thunder does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, the grind's not actually that bad, but
Yeah, not as bad as War Thunder's grind.
I mean,
That's for
we
sure.
just have fun. I mean, we kind of develop our critical thinking skills, some sort.
yeah.
Anyways, I have to go. I need to play some chess before I go to school.
Yeah. See ya.
Magic school.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just
Yeah,
got back from school.
Yeah, Yeah.
mm, going to college at JMU, so I'm even closer to you now. Or well, kind of.
Guess. Well, I'm not actually home. But
Yeah.
I'm all the way down in Norfolk.
Oh, Norfolk.
Yeah.
Oh, that's about the same. I don't remember, but
Actually,
I think
yeah,
I went
that's
to
true.
play football at Prince George one time.
Prince George's, sure.
Yeah, Prince George's. I think I did. I don't remember. It was somewhere over there. I don't remember. I was like, I saw the name, and I was like, did I play football over there? Or King
Yeah.
George. King George is what his name. The name was. Yeah, I think I did.
Nice.
Yeah. Of course, we won.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, King George doesn't have a good football team. We have a good
Oh, yeah.
track team.
I went to a private school though, so yeah, you got beaten by a private school. Get wrecked.
I mean, that's and that's normal.
And
if we beat you, it would be pretty embarrassing.
True. We had a
Which I mean, we
state
had a
school.
very good history of for track, at least.
My track team's not the greatest. That was the trip I came back. My dad took his Jaguar, and I took the cigarette lighter out of the spot and then just put it on my hand because I had no idea what it was. And then I was in pain for the rest of the ride home. That was fun. Fun times.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
Well, that's what we hoped for, but that's okay. A bit aggressive, that's for sure.
Dysphoria. a term many don't know but may still feel. It's basically the disassociation or depression someone may feel towards parts of their body. This can apply anywhere from voice pitch or the chest region to feet size or height as a whole. And when someone is faced with a person misgendering or deadnaming them, it's just another reminder of their dysphoria. A lot of people don't understand what dysphoria feels like, and I understand that. Sometimes it's difficult to see a situation from another's perspective. In other words, dysphoria feels like wearing your right shoe on your left foot and your left shoe on your right foot, but never taking them off. So it's uncomfortable, and you can't be your true self. Like, how could you run or play a sport to your best ability when you have shoes on like that? And maybe you forget about it for a bit while sitting or getting distracted, but once you start walking, you'll notice it all over again. That being said, everyone feels dysphoria at different levels. While one might only bother you a bit, another might feel like being shot with an arrow. Besides the obvious, there are a few ways to help deal with dysphoria. Definitely find someone you can talk to, but also find time for yourself. Doing hobbies or sports that distract you. Heck, even drawing these animations help me. And just remember, you aren't alone when it comes to feeling dysphoria. Take a deep breath and know it'll be okay. It's difficult to handle sometimes, but it's not impossible to overcome. To fix your shoes and walk proud.
One day, Mr. Sun and Mr. Wind were having an argument about who was stronger when they spotted a man walking along the road. They challenged one another to see who could get the man to remove his coat. Well, it was Mr. Wind's turn first, and Mr. Wind said, "Right lads, let's fucking rush him," and began to blow and blow, but despite all of this, the man only buttoned his coat tighter, and Mr. Wind blew some more until he was exhausted. But now it was Mr. Sun's turn. Unlike Mr. Wind, Mr. Sun was very modest and restrained, and said, "Right, you dopey cunt," and began to shine and shine, all the while quietly whispering, "Take off your fucking coat, you stupid cunt." And the day got warmer and warmer, and sure enough, the man took off his coat, proving once and for all that it's always nicer just to be nice. Well, Mr. Sun was rather pleased with himself, as you can imagine. "Oi, you see that, you fucking wind cunt?" And the day continued to warm up, and the man took off his t-shirt because it was hot. And next he took off his trousers, revealing a number of politically reprehensible tattoos. And Mr. Wind said, "Look what you've done, you stupid sun cunt. Look what you've gone and fucking done." For a very long time, many of us believed that the Earth was at the center of the solar system, called geocentrism. And to be fair, it does kinda look that way from the ground if you don't know better. But plenty of people in history pushed for a sun at the center model called heliocentrism. One proponent was a rather clever 16th century philosopher called Giordano Bruno. He also believed that stars were distant suns with their own planets. In the 1500s, remember. A normal idea today, pretty wackadoodle back then. Anyway, the Catholic Church of the day were big supporters of Bruno's heliocentric ideas and celebrated his genius by lighting a big lovely bonfire, which they popped him on top of. Centuries later, in the early 1900s, and scientist Alfred Wegener noticed that the continents fit together a bit like an awkward jigsaw puzzle, particularly East and South America and Western Africa. He came up with a theory of continental drift, the idea that the continent started as one big megamass called Pangaea and slowly drifted apart over millions of years. Hey, that's a great idea, no geologist of the day said, and continued to fling intellectual shit at him non-stop for the remainder of his life. It would take about 70 years, or one Bill Murray, for folks to realize he was actually spot on. Kind of difficult to apologize though, what with him being dead and everything. September 15th, 1999, and the Mars Climate Orbiter is just about to enter Mars orbit. It does, though with a little too much enthusiasm, barbecuing itself. The reason? Because the spacecraft was quite sensibly using metric measurements, while the software back on Earth was using imperial. I can sympathize somewhat. Having left England years ago, I'm still only able to conceive of the world in terms of stone, inches, and repressed childhood sadness. Anyhow, that's all just the beginning, really, because the history of human civilization is one long failure of critical thinking. Like the time humans invited a big wooden horsey into Troy. Like the time humans killed Julius Caesar in an attempt to save the Roman Republic and killed the Roman Republic. Like the time humans prescribed cocaine to treat hay fever, and meth as a diet pill, and heroin as a cough syrup to children. Like the time humans repeatedly kept insisting on invading Russia during the winter. It's far too cold, wear a fucking hat. Or some nice booties. Or maybe some fucking gloves! We are not a species built for critical thinking. Just to illustrate the scale of the problem, is this a duck or a bunny? Or which of the two orange circles is bigger? The one on the left or the one on the right? Neither, they're both the same size. Likewise, which is rotating faster? The sphere or the column in the center? Neither, it's a still image, your brain is kindly animating it for you. And finally, if you run your eyes over each of these cat pictures, is there one in particular that stands out? The answer is this one, obviously, because she's my cat and she's fucking gorgeous. And these are just silly optical illusions that trip us up. How the hell are we supposed to see true reality when it comes to things that actually matter in our lives? Well, for as long as we've been trying to grapple with old Johnny reality, there has been an enemy sabotaging us at every turn. They live in our brain bits and they are called logical fallacies. The correlation fallacy, for example. We live in a world now swamped in data and numbery wombas, and it makes it very tempting to look for correlations. One that took a shamefully long time to admit was the now obvious link between death sticks and lung cancer. Then again, careful there, Chuckles. There's also a highly compelling correlation between the number of people who drowned by falling into swimming pools from 1999 onwards and the number of films around that time Nicolas Cage appeared in. Correlation does not necessarily imply causation. Begging the question, this is the Ouroboros of bullshit logic. Someone declares, I own your house now. You respond, why? They respond, because I have your keys. Why do you have my keys? I already told you, Jerko, because I own your house. You will see this all the time in public debates. Very weak tea indeed. The slippery slope. Perhaps you suggest to someone that it might be time for them to give up snorting detergent. A slippery slope response would be, well, what do I give up next? Shoes, then water, then breathing? Is that what you want? No, this is clearly not what you meant. It is possible to make a change to the status quo without the complete collapse of physical reality. The false dichotomy. This is the dick move of presenting an A-B choice that isn't actually A or B. These include things like, well, either we save the rainforests or we save the whales. You decide. What? Why? Can't we just do both? Or one that really gets my goat. If science can't prove everything immediately about how the world works, then it must all be magic. What? Why can't there just be an honest gap between science and truth called we don't know yet, but we'll get there one day? Nofgeology, mother lovers. And that's not even the half of it. Our brains are riddled with these bastards, ready to trip us up at any moment. The argument from tradition, the argument from false authority, the argument... One day, Mr. Sun and Mr. Wind were having an argument. I was maybe 6 years old, driving somewhere at night with my dad, and I took a little nap, and I woke up. One day, Mr. Sun and Mr. Wind, people you disagree with, and take a shit in the theatre. Incidentally, just a small personal... What? Why? Can't we just do both? Or one that really gets my goat. If science can't prove everything immediately about how the world works, then it must all be magic. What? Why can't there just be an honest gap between science and truth called we don't know yet, but we'll get there one day? Nofgeology, mother lovers. And that's not even the half of it. Our brains are riddled with these bastards, ready to trip us up at any moment. The argument from tradition, the argument from false authority, the argument from because I read half a fucking Wikipedia article. We are constantly falling prey to silly patterns of thought, and the only safeguard against them is eternal vigilance. And possibly drugs. All that being said, one point that rarely gets brought up in critical thinking is that there is something more satisfying than winning arguments, and that's not getting into arguments. As a kid and a teen, I was quite obsessed with psychic phenomena like telekinesis and telepathy. But the more I looked into it, the more it all just seemed like anecdotal evidence, and so far, no psychic feats confirmed under fair experimental conditions. All the same, I finally lost my faith one day while watching UK daytime TV, and one of those psychics was on claiming to talk to dead people's relatives. I'm sure you know the drill. Hey, anyone in the audience know a dead person whose name begins with E? Or J? Or any letter in the English alphabet? Ooh, I do! Oh, thank fuck for that. And they're telling me they knew you somehow. Oh god, yeah, it was my grandfather. And they're telling me they were your grandfather. Wow, that's incredible. How did you do that? And I'm sensing they died from something that made them dead. Oh my god, he's a wizard! Why do these ghosts always have really specific messages, but simultaneously can only remember the first letter of their own fucking names? Anyway, it suddenly hit me, either this guy is actually talking to the dead, which will completely revolutionize modern science, or this motherfucker is taking advantage of fragile people who are grieving for their loved ones, and he's doing it for monetary gain. Which is a very special flavor of evil, I hope you will agree. It destroyed my faith in psychics, and gave me, shall we say, an overly passionate dislike of people making big metaphysical claims they couldn't back up. And every time I came across people at parties or over dinner who hinted at even the most gentle metaphysical sentiments, everything happens for a reason or whatever, I became, there is no other way to put it, an obnoxious dick. Because I associated all of them with this one guy I'd seen on TV. I was insufferable. Years later, however, I was eating dinner with some friends, and a friend of a friend had joined. The new guy noticed I wasn't eating meat and asked, and I said, I'm not really into it, and attempted to leave the thing there. But he followed it with, well, if you care about animals so much, why are you still eating dairy products? That's cheese on your plate, isn't it? I said. Anyway, well, he continued for some time, I mean, you're not really making a difference. You're probably just trying to demonstrate how morally superior you think you are to everyone else. Yes, that's a fair point, I said. In a universe where I'm a Buddhist monk. In this universe, I said, go fuck yourself, and who the fuck are you anyway? And of course, an argument began, ruining dinner completely. Months later though, somehow we calmed down and discussed the incident, him and I. And he was decent enough to explain that he had a roommate who constantly yelled at him for enjoying steak or bangers and mash or whatever, and he had automatically put me into that very same camp, much like I had believed anyone who wasn't a hardcore scientific materialist like me must be a con artist. And that was kind of humbling, because I was no more going to yell at him for enjoying a bratwurst than those poor people I'd been mean to over dinner were going to con me out of money to talk to my dead childhood hamster. And it seemed suddenly that arguments about ideas usually rely on two fundamental constants. One, everyone thinks they're being reasonable, however insane their position is. And two, no one's going to change their mind by getting called a dick. Looking back on that unpleasant dinner, I should have just calmed down and said, you seem a bit irritated, mate. What's up? And we probably could have sorted things there and then. But my pride was hurt, and that was all I could think about. Some days you're the pigeon, some days you're the statue, and almost all of us are ignorant about almost everything. The world is too big not to be. But miraculously finding the mental strength to say, alright mate, you seem a bit annoyed, let's talk about it, is always